saying goodbye to the busy streets of Paris, I went on to see more of the French countryside. At the suggestion of my good friend Jacques Branelec, who hails from the northwestern side of France, I went for the long, scenic drive to Brittany, taking the new Porsche 718 Boxster out for a spin. The 718 number series is now attached to the Boxster models, a tribute to Porsche's successful race car models back in the 50s and the 60s, which also used four-cylinder engines. I can't wait for the new discoveries I will make on this side of France. My first stop was the airport in Morlaix, where I was supposed to meet a fellow pilot and also the first Frenchman in outer space. I was thrilled to meet Jean-Luc, as I've never met an astronaut before.
Bonjour, Jean.
Bonjour.
I made it to Morlaix.
That's good.
Well, Jacques tells me that you are one of the most popular celebrity in aviation here.
I started here many years ago. I was 16 and I flew my first pilot flight from
Right
here to the Air Club up here.
Yeah.
Then I moved to the Air Force Academy
Yes.
and became a fighter pilot in 1961. And after that I was a test pilot for 7 years. And then I entered the space program. I flew 2 flights with the Russians and one with NASA.
I see. And what got you into this?
You know, when I was at the Air Force Academy,
Yes.
I was also the year Yuri Gagarin flew to space.
That's right. That's
April
right.
61. I was in the second year of the Air Force Academy, learning how to fly. Many of my friends were dreaming, why not to space one day?
Yes. I
And,
think we all
that's-
dream of something, huh?
John even showed me the Belgian biplane that he trained on when he was only 16 years old. Now retired from the space program, John spends most of his time flying his Beach Bonanza. At 78, he's showing no signs of slowing down.
Well, I always say that these Bonanzas are the best single-engine airplanes.
Oh yeah.
I love the 36. It's a good airplane, I think. Fantastic aircraft.
Fantastic aircraft, yeah.
It was very inspiring to meet John, who has reached the limits of human flight, something most pilots can only dream of. Although we had planned on flying over Morlaix, the weather suddenly changed for the worst. This part of France is known for its erratic weather patterns. As we monitored the weather, I was welcomed into the airport's control tower.
Well, Jean-Luc wanted me to fly and see Roscoff from the air. But being in Brittany, weather is always changing very fast. And according to controllers, it can change drastically. And you may be able to take off, but all of a sudden you can't even land because the ceiling is very low, as you can see.
We have all weather in a day,
Okay.
all seasons in
So this is typical here in
Yes.
Brittany. Well, normally you have to see the shoreline, huh?
You are not lucky.
I know. I think this is a good reason for us to come back to Morlaix again.
Yes,
Too bad flying was out of the question, but it was still nice to meet the kind folks at the Morlaix airport. Bidding them goodbye, I went to drive further, closer to the coast. With the weather starting to clear up, it was a good time to drive with the top down.
And it can be up in 10 seconds. There's no other car to use here except a convertible. I enjoy this change of scenery from hills and mountains, French shoreline, nice little towns. What a beautiful place, huh?
For centuries, this region was a proudly independent realm, with closer connections to Britain than France. Descending from the Celts, the people have kept their own language and culture, similar to that of Scotland and Ireland. The Breton culture still lives on in the area and is where the name Brittany is derived. I reached the town of Roscoff, a small granite-built community with an active harbor.
Roscoe is a town of seafarers and adventurers, and in the past, they were so adventurous that they even became pirates.
Their lives revolve around the sea, and Roscovites are said to have control of the English Channel, pillaging British towns. Today, the little boats in the marina hardly scream of plunder, and the port is a picture of peace and calm. From the port, I drove to the old town of Roscoff where I will be staying. Walking down its charming cobblestone streets, I found some very well-preserved medieval architecture. The Notre Dame de Croixbat is the town's centerpiece, with its unusually designed bell tower that dominated Roscoff's skyline. All around town, you'll find bulbs of its famous pink onions, a crop brought in from Portugal in the Middle Ages. The town's seaweed-infused soil gave the onions a distinct flavor, making it a lucrative product of trade in the 19th century. Roscovites would bring them to the British towns, peddling them on bicycles. The Brits gave them the nickname Onion Johnnies, as most Frenchmen are named John. But if there is one thing most people associate with Breton culture, it's the crepe.
Legend has it that crepe was invented because of the clumsiness of a farmer's wife pouring porridge in a flat stone. Now, it is one of the most popular dish from Brittany.
I tried the house specialty, one that has seaweed and artichoke. Very unique.
What makes this so special? It feels very good compared to whatever I had in the past.
Because here and in Brittany, especially in Finisterre, this part of Brittany, we make very thin pancake, very thin and very well cooked.
Yes, yes. And you've been in this business for a long time?
Yeah, third generation.
Third generation, so your parents did the same thing.
That's my son who's made
Preparing.
pancakes. It's for third generation.
Excellent.
Jean leads me into their kitchen, where his son is busy preparing orders. They use a special kind of wooden spatula to spread the batter thinly into the hot griddle. I tried to lend a hand.
Like this.
Like this. Okay, I turn it around, yes. Okay. How thin? Thin?
Thin.
Okay. I think he lose money by hiring me here. Okay, and then?
Yeah, it's okay.
I do that. Okay, I watch now.
It's
You change.
yeah.
Okay.
And what do you want?
Butter.
Butter.
Okay.
That's butter. You want some sugar? Some or only with butter? Just
Yeah.
To taste.
Yes, I think so.
Crepes can be served either with sweet or savory fillings.
And this is made out of wheat, or no?
Yeah.
Wheat also, yeah.
And we used to let it well cook.
Yes.
We love pancake like this.
Me too, me too.
Yeah. The first pancake.
Oh, thank you very much.
Bon appétit.
Merci beaucoup.
Up next, I continue to explore wild and rugged Brittany and discover the magic of its islands and coastlines.